This audio drama contains strong language, adult themes, and content that may not be suitable for all listeners. Listener discretion is advised. For the full immersive experience, we recommend listening with quality headphones or a good sound system. Audio Zoo Podcast Network presents The Collector, Season 1, Episode 2, Let It Dry.
Jesus. Oh, detective.
Joey sits patiently waiting in an uncomfortable metal chair that has one leg slightly shorter than the rest, giving Detective Magritte an appropriately crooked visual of his captive audience. Joey knows the game. He's played it himself. Make the target uncomfortable and act super casual until you bring down the hammer. Joey has used the same tactics on his deadbeat clients. The names in his little black book. Both men work close to the line, sometimes crossing it. The only difference between Magritte and Joey is that Magritte has a badge, a license to be an asshole, and bully. Joey does the same thing without a badge, and it pays better. Two men on opposite sides of a blurry line, separating good guys from bad. Joey shows no reaction to the cop's second-rate theatrics. It's all too painfully obvious. Joey would laugh in Magritte's face, but that might give the cop an edge. And so, Joey waits, letting the Muppet play his silly games. You have to be patient. You have to let it dry. A lesson learned from Joey's failed attempts at painting.
Joseph Arthur Sokolov, a.k.a. Joey Two Socks. Really screwed the pooch this time, Joey.
Joey is determined to be polite. He reminds himself to be calm, to be patient, to let the paint dry.
I'm afraid you'll have to elucidate. I'm not sure what we're talking about.
Magritte gets up from his chair and walks around the room behind Joey. He leans against the back wall. Joey doesn't bother to turn around.
It's a big word, Joey. Elucidate. Big word for a guy with not much education.
I read, I listen, and I pay attention. Do that, detective, and even you can pretend to be smart.
Joey can't help himself. The cop makes it too easy.
Okay, wise guy. Let's talk about Matteo, Osvaldo, Ozzy Bianchi.
Magritte pushes himself off the back wall, comes up behind Joey, and bends down close to Joey's ear. So close, the smell of knockwurst and beer assaults Joey's senses.
He appears to be missing, Joey. Missing and presumed dead. Presumed dead because he owes Momo Castle, your boss, a shit pile of cash.
Magritte stands up straight and goes back to his seat. He makes a noise pushing the metal chair across the floor. He sits and shuffles through some more files and photographs. He finds what he's looking for. An image of a nerdy, barely 5'0" weasel with thinning, mousy brown hair and a stupid bushy mustache that looks like something he saw in a porn video. Magritte shoves the photo across the table in front of Joey. Joey looks at it and shrugs.
Ozzy's nephew, Federico Conti. You know Freddie, don't you, Joey? Everybody knows Freddy. The little twerp is quite upset about his missing uncle. He figures he's next on Momo's naughty list. And you, from my understanding, are Momo's special little one-man collection agency. Isn't that right, Joey?
I'm afraid you're mistaken. Detective, I'm just a driver. And as far as Freddy the Freak is concerned, well, he's probably more scared of you than me. Freddy has some... He's got some rather bizarre hobbies, okay?
Ah, so you do know Freddy?
Sure. I've been to their bar. Freddy is Ozzy's manager. He runs the place while Ozzy blows the day's receipts on ponies or some other lost cause. The man's a born loser. Maybe Freddy is responsible for Ozzy's sudden leave of absence.
Sounds like you know the family well.
Like I said, I'll pop in for a drink on occasion, say hello, house tricks. That's about fucking it. I like to mind my own business.
You know what they say about guys who drink alone?
No, Detective, I don't. But I'm sure you're gonna tell me.
It's a sign of antisocial behavior. Are you antisocial, Joey?
Well, I suppose that's a matter of opinion. I find people always want something, so it's best to avoid as many of them as possible. You know, Detective, it's always a pleasure talking to a man in blue. And thank you for your service and all that. Or do you only say that to military men? Yeah, maybe those guys are the real heroes. Isn't that right, Detective Magritte? Wait, Magritte? Magritte? Like the painter? Are you related?
To who? What the fuck are you on about, Joey?
To the painter, Rene Magritte. You know, the guy who painted all those pictures of men in bowler hats and apples in front of their faces? He was a surrealist.
What?
Like you.
A surrealist? What's that supposed to mean, Joey?
Well, you haul me in here and ask me if I know anything about a missing bar owner that I haven't seen in months. I mean, to me, that's kind of surreal. I mean, what makes you think I know anything about the whereabouts of Ozzy Bianchi?
Well, you know him well enough to call him Ozzy, and not Matteo or Osvaldo. Bianchi is a known gambler with substantial debts all over town, most of which are owed to your boss, Momo Fat Cat Castle, and you are a collector for Mr. Castle. Are you not?
I'm Momo's driver. That's all.
You said.
Mr. Castle operates a legitimate haulage and tow truck company. And sometimes clients get a little behind. And I'm one of several employees that remind our clients of their need to pay if they want the service to continue. It's all part of the job.
And by that, you mean threaten their lives and fucking kill them if they don't pay you. Is that right?
Well,
is that right, Joey?
That would be pretty stupid, Detective. Dead man can't pay. Come on.
Fuck! Where's Bianchi? Where's Bianchi, Joey?
Jesus, Detective. I think you're on a bit of a choleric streak, don't you think? Look, I haven't the slightest idea, okay? He's not even my client. Like you said, he owes money to a lot of people, and not all of them are as honest and law-abiding as Mr. Castle and myself. So, I don't know, maybe you should take a look in Chinatown. I understand Ozzy had a thing for high-stakes mahjong.
You don't say!
Look, I'm just trying to be helpful here, Detective, okay? And trying to lower your blood pressure.
I've got my eyes on you, Joey. I'll be watching you. I'll be watching you every second of every day. You won't be able to take a fucking piss without me staring at you through the bushes. If I find one hair out of place, if I see one thing that looks off to me, if I find any fucking way to connect you to this, if I find a way to prove that you are involved in this, you're fucking gone, Joey. For a long time, Joey, you are gone.
"30 minutes later, Joey arrives at Castle Haulage and Towing. He enters the office.
How's it hanging, Nicky?
Free and loose, Joey. Free and loose.
Nicky Numbers Morel is Momo's accountant. Nicky puts down his pen, takes off his granny glasses, and stands.
Momo's waiting. He wants to talk to us.
Nicky and Joey enter Momo's office
Ladies first, Nicky.
and take seats in front of Momo's desk. Momo's on the phone with his wife Teresa.
Sì, cara, non lo dimenticherò. I'll bring the biscotti.
Momo is a lookalike for the actor John Goodman. He could be his Italian brother from another mother. He has a similar gravelly voice that he employs to great effect when intimidating employees that don't live up to their obligations.
I know you want the chocolate ones. How many years have we been married?
You think I don't know what you like?
Louie the Zaboli is Momo's main collector
Certo.
and the man responsible for the missing bar owner, Ozzy Bianchi. Louie sits on the couch, reading the morning paper.
Certo, tesoro. Ti amo. I'll see you at home, man. Ciao.
Momo hangs up the phone and looks at Louie.
Idiota. Put the fucking newspaper down and listen, for once in your life. You are the one responsible for this tempesta di merda. How the hell are we gonna get paid? Bianchi is in your book, Louie. Not in Joey's.
He's got a nephew, Freddie.
Freddie hasn't got a pot to piss in. If he didn't manage that bar, he'd be on the street peddling pencils for a bottle of Screech.
Well, that's it. Freddie's your answer to how we get paid.
Yeah, I hear you, Joey. Smart. Very smart. I'm glad someone around here has some brains. Your idea, Joey, we get Freddie to get his aunt to sign a management contract with us. We put Nicky in to manage the books, so we make sure we get our money back and a little gravy on top, too. Freddie can stick around and manage the day-to-day.
What if the widow says no?
Yeah, I hear she's non compos mentis.
Ha! The broad's nuts. Jesus. No wonder Ozzy needed a distraction.
Well, maybe you should have spent more time running the bar and less time in Chinatown. We better be careful. Those fucks will want to get paid.
That is their problem. Just make sure we get to Freddie and the widow first. Once we get into the bar, we'll milk it for all it's worth. If it goes broke, them's the breaks. Who gives a fuck?
Well, sounds like a plan as long as the widow doesn't squawk.
If she squawks, you straighten her out. If you can't convince her, then it becomes Louie's problem. Go see Freddie tomorrow and take Nicky with you. He can go over the books and see what we got to work with. Okay, I'm heading home. Teresa wants biscotti. Do your job.
To be continued. The Collector, written and produced by Jerry Bader. Co-producer and sound editor Zashmutza. Starring Psychade as Detective Magritte. Justin Smallbridge as Louie. Dan Mullins as Momo and Nicky, and Zashmutza as Joey. Music by Grand Project. You can find more of their tracks available on pixabay.com. Additional music by Simon Bader from Massive Sound Studios. If you enjoyed The Collector, visit our website audiozoopodcast.com for more episodes and other gripping audio dramas. You can also follow us on our Facebook page at Audio Zoo Podcast.